Hello, welcome to a new video that looks a little bit different because it has been recorded by daylight. This is an Open Great League video. I'm going to recap my set of battles against AMindJoke, a good friend of mine who's been at a lot of in-person events that I have been as well. These past couple months, at least. Let's take a look at the teams here. The upper one is my team, the lower one is his team. His restricted pick is Galarian Stunfisk, and mine is Registeel. So we kind of got Steel versus Steel there. And basically what I base my team on is Swampert Double Flyer, and then I just added a Jellicent, a little Ninetales core, and a Registeel with it, which in hindsight is quite weak to a Galarian Stunfisk. Right, my Registeel can lose to it. My Skarmory, not great against it. My Alolan Ninetales, not great. My Altaria, not great there. He also brought a Cofagrigus, which I definitely didn't expect because I brought a Lickitung and Mandibuzz last bout. So maybe if I scare off some Pokemon, I need to build even stronger to it next week because I'm absolutely flabbergasted why you would bring this if I ran the same stuff. Anyway, Goon and Cofagrigus score is very strong regardless, so that works very well for him. He has quite the favorable matchup because I don't have a Cofagrigus answer at all. His Azumarill looks kind of strong. I was talking in voice with my faction members and was kind of predicting Ice Beam Hydro. That would make my Jellicent better, but Jellicent loses to Obstagoon. Cofagrigus score, which he very much likely brings. The only thing Jellicent takes is G-Fisk. And well, an Azumarill without player off, I guess. So yeah, how I'm going to do this, I don't know. Let's find out. The first battle against AMindJoke. I'll also drop his Twitch link in the description as well, because he's also a streamer on Twitch. I lead Alolan Ninetales into Azumarill. I was very much convinced he would lead Obstagoon, but he didn't. And I'm running Power Snow to have a better Galarian Stunfisk, Venusaur, and Skarmory matchup. That does make Obstagoon and Azumarill worse. And I tried to catch a player off there, but I did catch it. And then he answers with Cofagrigus, so that tells me maybe there is no Galarian Stunfisk. Maybe there is no Obstagoon. Let's go win this matchup, probably. It's a 67% chance to debuff nowadays, and I very likely win this matchup now. I'm not even sure I want shields here, to be honest, now. So I'm just gonna take this out. We would see him P on the Zap Cannon. Maybe I would have gone there one turn earlier. I don't know. Regardless, this leaves me very low, and I'm gonna even farm up a little bit more so that whatever comes in next gets even less farm. But also, this also allows the Azumarill to farm me down, which otherwise I might get to a move on, right? So it's a little bit of an offset. It also decides for him what to bring in. Again, the Azumarill has a lot of energy. It will get to another bubble here, and now it's at like 100 energy. So he doesn't even throw a bubble here, right? He doesn't need the time because he's at full energy. And I no-shield this because, I don't know, I always feel like whatever Azumarill throws just doesn't hit hard enough, even though I'm in the red right now. But the bubbles don't add up much. I think I can even get to another Dazzling Gleam. But I'm going to go in my Swampert. I'm convinced there is no Venusaur. Who brings Venusaur against Double Flyer, right? So I mean, it's actually pretty good against the other things. And now out comes the Obstagoon. So one of the things about Obstagoon, it wins the 2 shields against Swampert. And that kind of sucks for me, because that's what he's been keeping his shields for. And especially now that I revealed Power Snow Alolan Ninetales, he probably feels more confident with this Obstagoon as well. I'm gonna see him P on the next Hydro here. Maybe he thinks I only get to one move, so he might shield this. But honestly, my Alolan Ninetales is so low that I'm just gonna go straight Hydro and hope that now I can land an Earthquake on this. If that KOs, I am very much convinced that my Alolan Ninetales can get to that Dazzling Gleam. So here we go. Earthquake. His counter comes through, so I have to swap out next because the next counter plus mud shot won't do much. He's one off a cross chop. I need this Power Stone to kill. And it doesn't. Barely didn't kill. I don't know if he got the Obstagoon with great IVs or the Registeel breakpoint, but it's the one that did the job. So I think if I got the Power Stone through, I would have gone to the Dazzling Gleam because the Azumarill had no energy. Obviously, I get kicked out again. Let's take a look at the next battle. So he knows I have Power Snow A9 now, and I know he has Hydro Ice Beam on Azumarill. I'm going extremely weak against Venusaur here. This might be stupid. This isn't even strong against Obstagoon, but Obstagoon needs to shield everything from Registeel. I have Bubble Ice Beam on my Jellicent, so it's not the worst, but I really want to trap that Azumarill. I think he feels pretty safe with that. So look, he took a little bit of time to lock in here. Yeah, here we go. Registeel into Azumarill. This is a good lead for me. See what he swaps into. It is the Cofagrigus. Again, I have no answer to this, so just gonna stay in for a little bit. I don't know exactly what to do just yet. Take the Shadow Ball. That I can take that. That's fine. Because I rather keep my shields for Swampert. Swampert is key against his line if he doesn't bring Venu. And since he let that go, I will go into my own Swampert. And then CMP on the Shadow Ball to get off my Hydro Cannon here. So I have a little bit of extra energy. But now I took a Shadow Ball on my Registeel. And I'll have to take out this Azumarill with my Swampert. Again, if there's an Obstagoon in the back, this doesn't look even remotely great, to be honest. Because that will mean that he has the Core Breaker for what's remaining of my team. I'm gonna go for the Earthquake here. That will do about half damage. The second one should take it out. But I'll probably want to shield this move here. Because I want to preserve the Swampert to get some Hydros into that obstacle. And since he threw the Hydra here, I don't expect him to shield anything. And here we go, Earthquake comes through. I actually made a misplay here. I should have swapped earlier into Registeel to get up some more energy earlier. So that's kind of a misplay on my side. Going for the Hydro here. I expect him to shoot anything, but he doesn't shoot this one. And that's so unfortunate for me. Gonna go for that next one. Hopefully I can get to 2 Ice Beams after that with the Jellicent. But oh no, you'll see that at its worst, the Obstagoon he chose to do this job obviously gets the boost as well. And now my Jellicent doesn't survive to even throws Cross Up immediately, which I didn't expect. But now my Jellicent, it usually survives 2 Night Slashes, and now it doesn't anymore. So gonna try to bubble this down, but it's useless from here. So I'm wondering. I think he needs 3 more. So if I get 5 more bubbles, I think I would win this game, right? Yeah. He throws there 3 more bubbles. Who would not have done it? It would have been very close if he didn't get that boost. Again, very close game. Yeah, obviously if I land the Earthquake there, but who Earthquakes there with 2 shields up? That's just not even a mistake that I see. We get kicked out again, very obvious. And let me see. Let's see what I have for a third plan. I'm honestly just predicting him to run the same thing. His Cofagrigus seems pretty strong, so he might just say swap that. Maybe he leads it. It wins a lot of leads. Well, there you have a little bit of spoiler. It's Registeel again on my side against Shadow Venusaur. I have to shield the first Frenzy, otherwise I lose this matchup. And then I have to pray for the debuff as well. Obviously, I'm kind of happy to see this here because I have Swampert in the back. I'm trying to put my screen brighter. Let's see, and he swaps into Kofa after that Frenzy. I think that's not the most optimal play, because Venusaur can take a Zap Cannon just fine, and then he could swap into Kofa. Now he takes that here. He's debuffed right from the start. Let's see what he does. Throws a Shadow Ball. I can take this. It's debuffed. That's fine. And I feel kind of stuck in this matchup, because I know that Venusaur is very commonly paired with Galarian Stunfisk. This feels like a GBL line. I don't think it pairs that well against my team. Like if I lead Altaria, he's so behind with his Kofa. Either way, I know it's gonna be Galarian Stunfisk in the back. So if I bring in my Swampert here, Galarian Stunfisk beats my Reggie and Altaria. If I bring in my Altaria here, I'm not strong against that full health Venusaur anymore. So I feel kind of stuck here, but I get 2 shields here. I'm trying to fight for switch. He doesn't let me take it, but this allows me to farm him down with my own Swampert, and then an Earthquake does massive damage on a Shadow Venusaur. Let's get that beautiful farm down. And he barely doesn't get to the move. It's double debuffed anyway, so I'm not too worried about taking a Shadow Ball or Dark Pulse. Here we go. We get to this Earthquake. I'm waiting for him just to make sure he doesn't catch. Here we go. Does this take him out? It does take out that Shadow Venusaur. And in the back, as predicted, is that Galarian Stunfisk. I'm going to go for the Earthquake here. That will take it out. I'm even going to try to CMP, but looks like AMindJoke already gave up, which makes sense. The Swampert in the end, with so much energy, was really risky. I guess he kind of also figured what kind of line I was using, or what I had in the back. So he knew he had to fight for switch, but in the end, it was kind of over. I think if he takes the Frenzy on, the Zap Cannon on the Venusaur, he takes that game, because he would have a shield on Kofa probably. Either way, those were my faction battles of this week. A 1-2, unfortunately, a loss. It doesn't even feel like a loss, considering how close I got with this pretty bad matchup. So yeah, I don't know. At one point, I'm kind of happy with it. It's a loss, and in the end, losses are losses, even when they're close. So, hope you liked the video, and have a good one.